Governor, your first question comes from Kevin Dugan from AM New York Metro. Kevin, your mic is open.
Good morning, Governor. Thanks for taking my question.
Good morning, Kevin.
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
I wanted to ask you, since today is also the Port Authority's monthly meeting, I wanted to see if I could get your stance on two of their current projects, one being the LaGuardia AirTrain and the other one. Do you still support pushing that forward, or since it was something from your predecessor? And then the second project I'd like to get your take on is 5 World Trade Center, which some people are pushing to be fully affordable housing. Right now it's slated to be 25% affordable. So I'd just like to see what your stance is on those two projects.
Right, and I will tell you, I'm operating things a little bit differently here. I've had many conversations with Rick Cotton, and we'll be looking for their recommendations and what they're doing at the board level on moving forward. My personal views on the AirTrain is that this is something that can be examined in terms of our priorities right now. I need to make sure that we have the resources. Our funding has dropped significantly for many of the projects that have been on the table, but I also know that we need to continue building our way out of this crisis. So I'm looking closely at that. I'm well familiar with all the details, all the questions surrounding it. I'm familiar with the cost, and I'll be having more conversations with the authority on that directly, and hearing from the people that we've charged with the responsibility of helping us come to the right decisions. With respect to, what was the second question on World Trade Center? I didn't hear this. I think it was on the World Trade Center. Right, affordable housing. I'm going to have that conversation and find out what the recommendations are and do what's best. But I will tell you, regardless of where it is, I have had conversations with our Commissioner of Housing as recently as yesterday to talk about the desperate need for more affordable housing all over the state. This is not just a downstate, it's not just Long Island and the city, it is all over the state. And we are going to be presenting a very bold, comprehensive plan to address those critical needs right now. And not just what I saw in places, Queens, where people were wiped out of their homes because of that hurricane, but people who've been living in substandard housing for far too long. So that issue has the full attention of my administration, and we'll be reporting on our priorities and how we're going to execute them in the very near future.